Hey guys, it's Ron Bass with another edition of the Ron Bass Show, your source for inspiration, encouragement, motivation, humor. Mr. Dry Humor Man over here, Brent Atterbury. Howdy.
Top of the day to you.
Top of the morning, top of the afternoon. Well, I saw an article.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, happy Wednesday. Well, that's a deep subject. It's shallow
It
minds.
is.
We were talking about earlier about being mic'd up. It reminded me of a show I saw, or a clip I saw on TikTok about Mike Douglas. He was a entertainer back in the day. He could sing and dance and act, and he had a talk show. I mean, he had all kinds of famous people on the talk show, kind of like Phil Donahue did, kind of like these late night shows do. And you know, I guess the original guy maybe would have been Jack Parr way back in the 50s and 60s on NBC Tonight Show. And then, of course, eventually Johnny Carson. He was probably the most famous of all those people. He lived a long life. His wife just died at 93 the other day. His last wife. I think he was married like 5 times or something crazy. Yeah. And he lived a great life, but you know, he was a heavy smoker, and eventually he got COPD and died from lung disease. Which is another reminder, guys, it's not worth it to smoke. I saw an article about a lady that was in the hospital, probably 30 years old, 25 or 30. Her lungs are shot, and she said she only vaped 3 months. Now, maybe there's more to the story, I don't know, but she's on what they call an ECMO system right now, which keep her alive because her lungs can't do the work anymore. So she's like all hooked up on machines, waiting for a double lung transplant, which they've turned her down like 5 times, and she's going through another treatment for Hep C, and supposedly if she gets through this 30-day treatment, maybe another hospital might take her and give her a double lung transplant. A young woman, healthy otherwise. So another example of don't vape, don't smoke. It's not good for you. I was thinking today about consequences. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances that are struggling with addictions, whether it's drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, whatever, vaping. And I think to myself, there's consequences to this making these bad judgments. And eventually you're going to pay a price. And the cynics will say, oh, well, you're going to die anyway. But dying is easy. It's the suffering that you're going to go through when you can't breathe and you don't feel good, and you have all kinds of diseases and symptoms of cigarettes and drug abuse. It's not pretty, man. I could write a book about the people I know that are struggling right now physically, let alone mentally. It affects everything, man, like your brain, your attitude, your personality, psychotic episodes. It's just crazy. So look, I'm not preaching. I'm just saying out loud, if you're going to do all these things, then you're going to have some consequences. I can tell you in my former life, when I was young, I did all this stuff, and I paid a price. It was bad news, man. The suffering, the struggle to get out of the addiction. I still feel 40 years later, my lungs are still not what they should be, and I work out every day. From cigarette smoking, and I smoked from 13 to 31, it's 18 years. I don't think your lungs ever heal. The doctors say they do, but I don't think they really do heal completely. It's my opinion. And I'm speaking from experience, not from like what a doctor says or what I read in the book. So consequences, guys, for bad behavior, bad judgment. And when you're young, it's like one of my students, he said, oh man, I enjoy vaping. I thought, well, that's idiotic. Just because you enjoy something doesn't mean it's good for you. That's crazy. At any rate, I'll shut up and move on to another topic. I got some stories.
Good. You're being kind of negative Nancy there.
I know. Negative Nancy. Debbie Downer, negative
Debbie
Nancy.
Downer.
Okay, so here's a fun story.
Okay.
My jiu-jitsu coach, great guy, we were having class last night, and he was on one, man. He was like blowing and going, and he says, I could sing like Frankie Valli. I said, you there's no way, man. Frankie Valli's in his 90s, still performs.
Wow.
Frankie Valli and what was the name of the group from the 50s, 60s, 70s? Had a lot of hits way back in the day. And I said, there's no way you can sing. He's got a really high voice. I'd be dang if he didn't start singing. And I started laughing and laughing. I thought, there's no way you can. And he just kept going on and on and on. And then, so here's the bottom line. He's a great jiu-jitsu guy. He's a great coach. He's a great athlete. But he's always wanted to perform as a comedian, which I know Brent's father is a professional comedian. Brent tries to be a comedian every day on the show, or every Wednesday on the show.
I'm not successful.
Well, yeah, you're funny. And it's cut from your father's cloth, obviously.
Yeah.
At any rate, so a couple of years now, my coach has been saying, hey, man, I want to do some comedy. I want to get on stage. And he never does it. So last night I was needling him. I said, look, man, for 2 years you've been telling me you're going to do this, and you don't do it. And he says, oh, you're giving me a hard time. I said, no, I'm just making you own your words. So I say that to say this, guys. He later on in the evening, he sent me a message. He says, I'm scared to death to try this because blah, 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 blah. And so but here's a great physically fit guy who can just probably beat anybody up that you can imagine because he's so talented in the martial arts world, but he's afraid to get on stage and perform. Now, it just goes to prove that just because you're great in one thing doesn't mean you're going to be confident in another thing. But it all starts somewhere. You have to start at the bottom. And if you're making plans and you're setting goals, don't kick the can. Make something happen. Don't delay. Don't defer. Try it. And if he gets on stage and he fails and he still wants to do it, keep going, keep going, keep going. Eventually you're going to find your stride. I don't care what it is that you're interested in doing and becoming successful at. And so I'm saying this in a broad stroke sort of way. Maybe you want to become a musical artist. Maybe you want to be a dancer. Maybe you want to do ballet. Maybe you want to, I don't know what your goals are. Whatever they are, hit it head on. Don't delay, because you don't know, what's tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow. So every day needs to matter. Every day needs to count, right? So I told my friend last night, I said, man, he sent me a message about midnight, 1 in the morning. He said, I don't know what to do. I'm so afraid. I said, hey, man, just pull the trigger. I'll help you. I'll be with you. I'll manage you, mentor you, because I'm in the entertainment business. So I don't care if it's comedy or dancing or singing or, entertainment's entertainment, right? And so we've got a dojo that we can set up as a small venue, and it doesn't cost anything to do it here in our studio, in our school, and we'll just do a show. So hopefully he'll follow my lead, and eventually we'll be able to make that happen.
If you invite friends and family, they're all going to laugh.
They're all going to laugh. So he really is funny, though. He really is funny. He's got that knack.
Every comedian has a different way of delivering their comedy, and once he finds his, and it could be him singing and telling jokes.
It's funny.
So it could be both, because if he doesn't look like he's going to sing like Frankie Valli, and he does, that's funny right there.
Yeah, it's funny right there.
So yeah, he could combine all of that and have his own shtick and approach. And
even if he doesn't make money at it or becomes great at it, it's still his goal, and he should follow his goals, follow his dream. If that's his dream, look, guys, if you got a dream, you got a goal, go for it. Who cares if you lose? Who cares if you fail? Who cares if you go broke? You can always pick yourself back up, brush yourself off, and go on again.
It's funny, Adam Sandler, very successsul, very well off, continues to hit home runs.
Yes.
Most recent one, what was it? Something Two. Yeah.
Something Two.
But
the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bob Barker, I think, was in the first one.
Yeah. Well, he is going out on tour, doing
live comedy.
Yeah, doing stand-up.
And so is Seinfeld.
But he does it because he loves it.
So is Seinfeld. They got all the money in the world. They don't, but they love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So guys, you don't always have to.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, Happy Gilmore. Yeah, too. I saw the original one with Bob Barker where they beat each other.
Two is picks up right where that left off.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's funny. It's silly, but it's funny.
It's silly, but it's funny. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Last week we talked about not looking the other way when somebody's in need, and how often that we do that because we're busy. We think somebody's trying to take advantage of us, and so we were talking about the homeless people on the street, and gee, you don't know who to help, not to help, who's trying to hustle you, who's being sincere, who's not, yada, yada, yada. So I picked up on that idea when we left the podcast, and I'm at a Casey's convenience store that afternoon, last Wednesday afternoon, and I see a lady walk in the store, and I could tell she was homeless. She had a backpack on, looked kind of dirty, you know, not tell she was living on the street. And she said, "How much is a cup of water?" And the lady behind the counter said 53 cents. I thought, golly. So I thought about to myself, I thought, that's not good, man. So I get out to my car, and I thought I might have had a bottle of water. I didn't. So I thought, you know what? She takes off walking. I thought, I'm going to go back to my office, and I'm going to get a couple of bottles of water, which I keep in the fridge, for the students when we have our martial arts classes, right? And I went back to the office, which was just a few blocks, got 2 bottles of water, put them back in my car, and I went back to the route that she was on, and I'll be dang if she was not there. And I thought to myself, well, the thought's what counts, but at the same time, I wasn't able to, make it happen. But I said that to say this, guys, have a heart. It's not that big of a deal to help somebody out. It's just a couple dollars. And I was glad to try to help that lady. And take some time out for yourself once in a while, and take a deep breath and look around and think to yourself how lucky you are compared to a lot of people. Because we are very fortunate. Now, I know people out there that are listening, maybe that's not always the case. Everybody's got problems, but if you've got a home and you got a car and you got a job, you're light years ahead of a lot of people right now in the world, because people are struggling. Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, here's an interesting little story. I got a phone call the other day from my automotive repair business. Oh, my car, it won't start. It's sitting in my driveway. I don't know what's wrong, and this and that. So, okay. I didn't recognize the voice on the phone, but I get in my car and I pick up one of my employees who at this moment doesn't have transportation. So I said, I'm going to take him to the job site. So I picked him up, pull into this lady's driveway, and she walks out. Oh my goodness, I knew her. But I didn't remember exactly from where, but she knew me right away. And it turns out we work out in the same gym together, but it's been a few years that she went to the gym that I was at. And I thought it was really interesting to myself. I said to myself, what a small world it is. And she was so happy that it was us and not somebody else who might have take advantage of it, because she sort of knew my reputation there, that I was straight and would take advantage of her. And we got it all fixed up for her. And so while my technician was working, we were visiting. And she got a chair out for me. We sat in her driveway and talked. And make a long story short, the rest of the story is that she went through a really bad divorce. Her husband, I'm not hating on anybody, but he showed me his picture. He was a bodybuilder, and he was obviously hyped up on lots of steroids. And apparently, there's a lot of problems when people have a lot of steroids. They get this meanness about them sometimes. Steroid rage, I think they call it. And he really was mistreating her and her son, and they got divorced. So her self-esteem and her confidence went way down. We were talking, but she's building herself back up. She bought a home. With her own money. She had got a new job. She's living her life again. She's coming back to life again and building her confidence back. And I just thought it was a really cool thing that she was telling me all this, comfortable to talk to me. And another example why, guys, it's important for you to have your life in order, because people are going to look to you for leadership based on your successes, because you've been able to go through a lot of ups and downs in your life, get through all that, desensitized to struggle, and now you're well on your way. People are going to come to you for advice and for comfort and for to be around somebody that they feel they can talk to and share with, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why it's another reason why you have to be sober, you have to work out, you have to have your life as much in order as you can so that you can help other people. And for those of you that are struggling right now and you can't see that, keep struggling. Don't give up. Hang in there, because on the other side, you're going to find yourself to be a lot better off if you don't give up. Yes, it's difficult. I can attest to that. But don't give up. Sooner or later, you're going to get to the other side and you're going to feel great about yourself. I promise you. Okay, so at any rate, how are we doing on time?
Really good.
Got some news for us?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm ready.
Taylor Swift announced she has a new album.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yep. She just announced it.
Well, it's probably going to be a gazillion seller.
Her website broke down. Like it
couldn't handle all the activity.
Could not handle all the activity. And to show you how much influence that has, the Kansas City decided, because they're known, Kansas City, Missouri, they're known for a lot of fountains.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the fountains, and her Taylor Swift's new color for this album and everything is orange. All the fountains are orange now up in Kansas City.
Wow.
Because she's dating Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
For the Kansas City Chiefs. So I just thought that was interesting because that's a big deal. There's a lot of people, a lot of Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah, she's a big deal.
Yep.
She's a super big deal.
Yep.
I told the story about when she first started off, 13, 14 years old, moved to Nashville, and was at what was the name of that little club that she went to with all the songwriters go, the Bluebird.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a real small little joint.
Yeah.
Which I've been there before, and
she
it's like
started
it's a
in
hole in
country.
the wall.
Yeah, she started in country, I thought.
Yeah, but I mean, she went in there and was singing, and nobody gave her the time of day. And the guy that saw her and found her was the guy that started. What was the name of the record label? Oh man, it was something about cars. Any rate, he signed her when she was like 13 or 14, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So, wow, what a success story she is.
Awesome.
But another example, guys, of believing in yourself and never giving up on your own talent, your own trade, and look what happened to her.
And she decided to make the announcement during Travis and Kelsey's podcast that they have. So anyway, that shows you we're doing some good stuff here, Ron.
Yeah, we like it.
Also,
yes.
How many push-ups can you do?
Well, my last birthday, somebody challenged me to do as many as my age, so I was able to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever done knuckle push-ups?
Yes.
Okay.
Very difficult.
Well, you're not going to believe this.
Okay.
But a gentleman by the name of Kim Welch, he's a Missouri teacher from Moberly, Missouri, just 3.5 hours up the road here.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he set a Guinness World Record for the most knuckle push-ups in 12 hours. He did 6,050.
Holy.
In 12 hours. 12 hours, that's a half a day.
That's a lot.
6,050.
That's a lot of push-ups.
Yep.
That's a lot
Knuckle
of
push-ups.
Wow.
Not just push-ups.
Yeah, that's 10 times harder.
In 12 hours. They said he started at 7 a.m. and he finished up about 7 p.m.
Well, that guy must be in remarkable shape.
He's a teacher in Moberly. Just a regular guy.
Yeah, but he must have built up to this over the course of a long period of time. You can't, that's a lot, man. We used to do hundreds of push-ups at the gym when I had my other trainer, and that was tough enough, let alone thousands.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is, so.
That's impressive, though, super impressive. He's like a Jack LaLanne guy.
Yeah.
Or a Goggins guy.
I wonder if he can do push-downs. Is there only push-ups? Okay, moving on. Today is International Left-Handers Day. Hey, people that are left-handed.
That's it.
Today's their day.
Yes.
So it's very, very unique.
How unique is left-handed versus right-handed?
I don't know. It's an exclusive club where creativity and adaptability shine. And this is the biggest news of the day.
Okay.
Today is National Filet Mignon Day.
Ooh, that's what's
And why
up.
do they say filet mignon when it says mignon? Filet mignon? Filet mignon.
Mignon.
Today is National Filet Mignon Day. So go cook you a steak for dinner.
Yay. It's really healthy for you, too.
So that's all I got.
All right, that's all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I guess that's all you got. That's all you got.
That's right.
I was thinking to myself when I was talking to my coach last night about becoming a comedian. When I was in high school, I did speech and debate. We also did what we call dramatic and humorous interpretation. So we would give these speeches at speech tournaments, and you get, it was like competition.
Uh-huh.
So I remember when I was 16, 17, I did a Mark Twain. It was a Hal Holbrook interpretation of Mark Twain, and it was like a 30-minute one-man show, and I did that. And I remember back, I can't remember, I was trying to remember some of the words. I dressed up like Mark Twain, and I had this old man's voice, and here I was a kid. That's crazy. But I remember performing that at a Shakey's Pizza Parlor. I was also a DJ in the evenings, and I would stand up and I would do this dissertation. So I had a little bit of comedy in my background.
Awesome.
Yeah, at any rate, it's fun to reflect sometimes. And then you think to yourself, I wonder if they did a video of me somewhere. Oh my God, to see that when I was 16 years old, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
All right, guys, we're not going to bore you anymore. We'll get out of here. But just remember, if you don't give up, which you better not, eventually those stars are going to line up and you're going to be better for it. And until that time comes, and even after that time, always keep your chin up, keep your head up, and remember to stay positive.